Britain's economy has been under the watchful eye of Chancellor of the Exchequer, Jeremy Hunt, who's been steering the ship through turbulent waters. As the principal custodian of Britain's economic and financial matters, Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has had his hands full, dealing with a slew of challenges, most notably, bringing down the raging inflation beast. Under his stewardship, the Consumer Prices Index inflation rate has been halved from a staggering 10.7% at the start of 2023 to a more manageable 4.6% in October. This feat was accomplished not by government restraint but largely due to changes in energy prices. While former Prime Minister Boris Johnson had made halving inflation his top priority for the year, Sunak has his sights set on reducing it further, to the Bank of England's target of 2%. His upcoming autumn statement, he declares, will be heavily focused on growth. But the path to economic stability is not without its critics. Opposition parties, including the Labour Party and the Liberal Democrats, have been vocal about their disapproval. There's been pressure from within his own party too, with fellow Conservatives calling for tax cuts to stimulate the economy. Even as Sunak celebrates the fall in inflation, the road ahead is fraught with challenges. To understand where we are, we must look back at the events that have shaped our economic landscape. Our journey starts in October 2021, when Britain's Chancellor of the Exchequer at that time, Rishi Sunak, announced plans for higher public spending and projected a sharp decline in the country's budget deficit. It was a bold move, a gamble on a stronger economy and a lower deficit. The Office for Budget Responsibility, or the OBR, predicted that the UK budget deficit would decrease to 3.3% of GDP by March 2023, down from 7.9% in the current year. This decline was primarily attributed to a strong economic rebound and planned tax increases. It was a sign of economic optimism, a glimmer of hope in the midst of economic uncertainty. But this path was not without its obstacles. Sunak faced challenges including potential economic disruptions, labor and goods shortages, and high inflation. Despite these challenges, he remained committed to his plans, focused on navigating the country through these economic storms. He also had to balance the need to reduce public sector net debt as a percentage of GDP and borrowing only for investment purposes. The underlying debt was projected to peak at 85.7% of GDP in 2023 to 24, before falling to 83.3% in the final 3 years of the forecast. Sunak's vision for the economy was clear. He aimed to reduce taxes, invest in economic infrastructure, innovation, skills, and growth. But the realization of this vision relied on factors beyond his control, such as economic growth and inflation. Riding on factors beyond his control, Sunak's future moves will have a significant impact on the economy. As we stand at this economic crossroad, there's much to reflect on and anticipate. Rishi Sunak, the Chancellor of the Exchequer, has played a pivotal role in the significant reduction of inflation. From a towering 10.7% at the beginning of the year, it was successfully halved to 4.6% in October, primarily due to changes in energy prices. This achievement did not come without its challenges, and despite this victory, Sunak emphasizes the need for continued fiscal discipline. The timeline of economic events reveals a series of tough decisions and strategic moves. From higher public spending to welfare benefit changes aimed at assisting low earners, the government has been proactive in their approach. Notably, the projected decline in budget deficit from 7.9 to 3.3% of GDP by March 2023 is a testament to the strength of the economic rebound and the impact of planned tax increases. Looking ahead, the pressure is on to cut taxes while continuing to reduce inflation to the Bank of England's target of 2%. Sunak aims to reverse the trend of high tax burden before the next election, a move that will undoubtedly be watched closely by opposition parties and the public. Critics, such as the Labour Party and the Liberal Democrats, argue that the real test is not just in lowering inflation but achieving sustainable economic growth and stability. While the fall in inflation is a victory, the real test lies in achieving sustainable economic growth and stability under Sunak's leadership.